as the first assignment of a potential semi-submersible rigs was the North Sea with a very severe environment. After some evaluation of the various floaters' performances, we decided the good way to go was column-stabilized platforms. That's where it started. Finally, after some research works, including tank tests and analytical investigations, we decided that given the North Sea environment for which the first platform was meant, also Bay of Biscay, the best way to go was to select a design with columns and pontoons, that is bottle type, let us say, floaters. And that's where it came. That's where it came from. This research work, I must mention that this research work was made within a contract with the French Petroleum Institute, which channeled some subsidies from the French government. As a result, the Pentagone design, which came out of this research work, is a co-ownership between the French Petroleum Institute and my company, that is the offshore drilling company Neptune. Then, after having decided for a design, we had to start the building of it, and we placed a contract for the construction of it with CFEM, as I said, which is now known as Eiffel Company. The construction of that first unit was really a challenge because there was no experience of such construction. In fact, shipbuilding industry experience wasn't very much useful because the construction of these semi-submersible rigs had nothing to do with the construction of the ships. It took about 2.5 years to build the first unit, which was called the Neptune 7, and it started with a contract with Esso for the Bay of Biscay. In fact, it was not Esso alone. It was a joint venture of Esso, that is Exxon, and ELF, that is the group of company merged into ELF. The first operation of that Pentagone took place in the Bay of Biscay. Later on, it moved to the North Sea, where it had a very good performance. In fact, there were already at that time a couple of other semi-submersible rigs operating in the North Sea, and we may say that the Pentagone rig was very well performing. Just as a history, when we settled the design criteria, we used particularly for the wind, we used 100 knot wind speed. And the second or the third year in operation in the North Sea, one day I was on the Pentagone rig, and we were caught by a southeastern storm, and there again we experienced winds higher than the design criteria. That is, we experienced winds of 110 knots that day, with waves. Well, the waves weren't too high, not too frightening, but we had that day some 18 meters wave height, with the top of the top of the waves completely breaking. It was fairly scary, I'd say, but it was okay for the platform.